Here we are in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I knew about Cambodia before I ever heard of Angkor Wat. At about the time I met Candy while in art school, my country was destroying this little South Asian kingdom. Many tried to stop it, but could not. Would the Cambodians blame me and treat me like one of their many invaders? No. They turned out to be kind, forgiving, and polite. I wondered if my country would ever understand how impolite it is to advance its wealth by stomping little countries to death. Cambodia is a vibrant and growing nation with a rich history. In Phnom Penh, there is little sign of the trauma endured just 30 years ago, but those wounds are not entirely healed. Here I am, Alan, at the Mekong River. The best way to see this hot, humid, noisy city is in a tuk-tuk, a horse cart with a motorcycle instead of a horse. Just breathe and one approaches for hire. For a few dollars, they will take you anywhere you desire for as long as you have time. We toured until a recommended restaurant opened for lunch. In case you never make it to Phnom Penh, this is what it looks and sounds like. Is that durian? Roasting right now. Figure out where it is. Candy met a monk outside of Wat who invited us into his abode.
This is a Batumbatai monastery. This job, the leader is American. I am graduated from the Saint University about the philosophy and religions. I study about other religions like the Christian, Islam, Shinto, and Buddhism. I study and know a little bit about the other religions, but especially Buddhist.
Savat gave me his email address. When I sent him the photo of us all together, as I promised, he replied with a request for money to help him pay for a new computer. I did not respond. This raised the question I always have when traveling about my position in relation to people I'm visiting. Time and again in Cambodia I noticed the various levels of wealth. There were poor people, really poor people, and those struggling to be less poor. We walked from our hotel to the palace.
This tree for Cambodian so long time ago, the beginning of Cambodian, the name cannonball tree. Cannonball, because they think of it fruit. Bloom up every morning and drop down in afternoon. Most of the temple made of wood, made in wood. You picturing that one? This temple, it is dancing hall.
I had packed a lot of guilt for this trip. Our tour guide, Tran, was a good target. After probing him about his losses during the time of the Khmer Rouge, I piped up with an apology for the wrongs inflicted by my country upon his. Tran shrugged it off with good humor.
When you say Lia Hai, that means bye-bye for foreigners. But Cambodian they say Lia Hai. If you want to say thank you very much, you could say O Kun Chiran. But sometimes I saw the clothes, the t-shirt, they put the same, but on the back they put different. Cambodian they say
That's funny.
Đôiគ្នាប៉ុន្តែខុសគ្នា The same but different.
Yes. I decided to not let this be a guilt trip. Kim Porn must have been stalking us since he gave us directions the first day on the street. The next day, when we left the palace, there he was, waiting to take us somewhere in his tuk-tuk. When we said we did not want to see the Killing Fields Museum with the thousands of skulls, because we remembered it all from when it happened, he said, "Oh, you want Happy Tour," and took us upriver to a silk village. Kim became our driver for the next couple of days. When I later emailed him a photo of us together, he asked me for money for his family. I did not respond.
Oh, but this is my mother.
Huh?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Same like the different color.
Okay.
Okay, let her buy something, okay?
Thank you.
This is yours?
Yeah. And this one I learned from my mother, and this one I learned from my father. My father, he can't to make like that also, because my father, he learned from like my grandmother. And this is still from my mother, make my hand, not my sin. I can make you it for my free time in my school, you see?
So you make this?
Yeah, I make it for my mother, make by hand, not my sin. But sometimes my free time, I learn my mother how to make it. For you, who someone to see, oh, very beautiful.
Yes,
Have
yeah.
big one, very easy to look also.
Well, I'd be afraid to drop food on it. But you can wash this?
Yeah, you can go for my sin, or by hand is no problem.
Needless to say, I bought the tablecloth and I wash it by hand. In Cambodia, you see many warning signs about protecting children from predators. That may explain why some of them looked very wary of us.
Hello.
But most were not. Hello. You see? After 4 pleasant and well-fed days in Phnom Penh, we left our comfortable hotel and booked an all-day scenic bus ride to Siem Reap and Angkor, the focus of our visit to Cambodia. bought a one-week pass to visit Angkor. We usually self-guide, but on the first day, we sprung for an official guide named Savan to give us a full introduction.
What does that mean?
Good morning. Siam in Siam or Thailand. Siam in defeat. So Siam in defeat of Thailand. Now we are in front of the south gate of Angkor Thom.
South gate of Angkor Thom.
Angkor Thom here was nearby the most famous king Jayavarman the Seventh. And he built many roads and bridges around my empire. During that time, my country was my empire, but right now no more empire, just become smaller and smaller. Here from the churning of the Sea of Mir, okay? Really? When they churn, they appear with the elephant here.
There is no time here to teach the history of the Khmer civilization. Know that it is thousands of years old and was as advanced as any during its classical period, from the 9th to the 14th century. It looks like you, Saban.
But different on the horse and the low as long ear. And in Cambodia, they believe that the long ear it means have a long life. Elephant smiling, but the buffalo cry. Why? When they got victory, they always make the celebrate.
Oh.
Yeah, they clear the buffalo.
Yeah, they're not going to eat the elephant. They're going to eat the buffalo.
The blood for sacrifice, the meat for party. Right?
Yeah. Buffalo crying.
Yeah, buffalo cry. Oh.
Cambodians kept insisting that our white skin was more beautiful than their brown skin. They even bought creams to whiten theirs. We told them that we did the opposite. It may just be about exoticism, but I wondered about the influence of colonialism.
Brahma is the creator god, Shiva is the destroyer god, and Vishnu is the protector god.
At the temples were several small groups of musicians playing traditional Cambodian songs. They all had lost limbs from buried landmines. Candy bought their CDs, and it's their music you're hearing throughout this video.